Hey guys, it's Yada. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys have all been doing amazing. I accidentally deleted the intro of this video, so here I am doing a quick voiceover. But basically in this video, I'm going to be dissecting a K-pop song, specifically the lyrics, and we're going to answer this one question. Does this K-pop song glorify God? So if this video richly blesses you or any of the other videos on my channel, please be sure to subscribe. And yeah, let's just get right into this video. Okay. So the song I'm going to be dissecting in today's video is Bite Me by ENHYPEN. I'm going to read out the lyrics of the song, but I'm also going to read out the definition of the song that a website produced. Okay, so the intro says, "It's you and me in this world. Again, come to me, tie me. If you are going to save me, just come kiss me and bite me." So the website said, "These opening lines illustrate the protagonist's awareness of a destiny that is interconnected by blood, implying the powerful bond between him and his fated partner. The plea for the partner to kiss me and bite me suggests a longing for a reaffirmation of this bond, which is intense and intimate. The mention of the act of biting serves as an explicit symbol of their inseparable connection." Okay. So apparently this song is about a physical connection with the singer or the protagonist's lover. So it's a physical connection that involves lust. So the singer is basically saying that he wants this girl to kiss him and he wants this girl to bite him, and how the lover, so the girl, would be saving the singer if the girl was to bite him. The first thing I recognized in this verse is that it's you and me in this world. I know a lot of songs can seem like metaphors, metaphorically, written, metaphorically interpreted, but I think it's also important to take songs literally. This idea of it's just you and me in this world is a false reality. When you become obsessed with a person or obsessed with an item, you suddenly lose focus of reality. I can testify of this with K-pop. So when I got into K-pop, in fact, before I got into K-pop, I was a Christian. Not just someone who said they were a Christian. I was a born-again believer, living for God, going to church. I had confessed my sins, that I had decided to follow Jesus. I, would pray. I had communion with God. I was even praying in the Spirit. So that was me before I came to know about K-pop. But then once I fell into K-pop and I got sucked into it and I got excited about it to the point where I was obsessed and addicted, I slowly forgot about God. Now, not just God, but the other things around me as well. Sometimes you can become so enraptured and infatuated with a person that you suddenly lose sense of reality. And so if that person was to break up with you, or if that person was to die, your whole world would go crumbling down, because that thing or that person has been your world up until that point. A lot of songs and movies, they're not real. It's not real life. So it's like we can't spend our whole lives pining over something that's not true, that can never happen, But these lyrics also say that this lover can save the singer. Save him from what? So I'm going to assume, as we continue going through this song, we'll see what this singer is being saved from. Maybe the singer is being saved from missing this person, or being desperate for this person, or wanting this person so badly. Romans 10:9-10 says that if you confess with your mouth the Lord Jesus and believe in your heart that God has raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For with the heart one believes unto righteousness, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation. The protagonist or the singer is implying that this lover can save them. But really, guys, only Jesus can save us. Now, again, this might be oh, save me from this desperation that I have for you. Save me from this turmoil that I'm going through because I don't have you. Being saved from the pits of hell is way more important than being saved from an aching heart, from a heart that longs for a lover. So yeah, I get it. Some of you guys are going to say, Yada, it's metaphorical. Why are you taking it so literally? We need to take everything literally. And also, it's how can a lover save you? You're saying that they have the power to save you when this person is just a human being, We can't save ourselves. I mentioned that in my previous K-pop lyric analysis video with Cake by ITZY. This whole idea of I can save myself and I can, be myself and I can pursue my own path and no one's going to stop me and I'm my own person. There's only so much you can do because you have a carnal flesh. You're a sinner, first of all. And also you're not God. And you're not guaranteed tomorrow. And you don't have the power to control what happens. So, yeah, very interesting. Okay, Verse 1 says, memory in my veins, my cells in search of you scream. Now I know what I had to be. Fate discovered us once again. So the website said, these lines metaphorically express the physical depth of their connection. It is as if the protagonist's body and existence yearn for his partner. There's a sense of destiny being inescapable, something that's deeply ingrained within them, almost at a cellular level. The line, my cells in search of you scream, demonstrates to me desperation. The website says that the protagonist, the singer, is yearning for his partner. Now, is yearning for your partner a bad thing? Yearning means to have an intense feeling of longing for something. So if someone was to scream, it's like you're either screaming in agony, you're screaming in pain. Sometimes we scream with our favorite artists, like Kpop fans scream at concerts. Again, back to my question, is it wrong to yearn for your partner? It's not wrong to long for your partner, especially if you're in a relationship with your husband, your wife, to want your husband, to want your wife. It doesn't have to be sexual in nature always. It could just be you want them to be with you, you want them near you, you want to talk to them. Nothing's wrong with that. But this song, this specific line, like these specific lines, demonstrate this crazy, intense love and intense yearn and this intense desire. So Psalm 84 verse 2 says, my soul longs, yes, even faints, for the courts of the Lord. My heart and my flesh cry out for the living God. So the psalmist is yearning and longing for God. That's good. That's amazing. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting your husband, wanting your wife, but wanting them to the point where you're yearning and you're so desperate for them. Is that a good thing? Is that biblical? Should we be so desperate for our partners? Psalm 63 verse 1 says, O God, you are my God. Early will I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh longs for you, in a dry and thirsty land where there is no water. So the psalmist is yearning and longing for God. They're thirsty, they're hungry, they're in a dry land where there's no water, yet they're longing for God. If someone made a song with these lyrics saying that they're longing for a person, it's questionable, because it's like, what can a person offer you that God cannot offer you? So it's just interesting how one would yearn for their partner with so much intensity, so much desire, but then not yearn for the Lord in that way. And desperation is not a bad thing. To be desperate is good only if you're desperate for God, only if you're desperate to please Him. Still verse 1, got me bad, 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 torturing me. Dreams wander looking for something. It comes to me when you next to me. My name that was briefly forgotten. It's talking not about literal torture, but just the idea that, this person is suffering so much that it's basically torture. But still, it's crazy how, again, this desperation, this intensity is like crazy. But it seems like this person has bewitched the singer. So this lover has bewitched them to the point where they're just so consumed and so enraptured, to the point where they can't even remember their name. And being so crazy for a person that your name is forgotten is crazy. Lyrics can be so powerful because it represents a person's heart. And so these lyrics are already a red flag. The refrain and the pre-chorus says, oh my God. Yikes. This blood's pumping crazy. Oh my God. Because I know you'll save me. Come here and get some. Leave the mark on my neck that it's yours. Just come over and bite me. So the website says, this chorus is a plea to be saved, to be acknowledged, and to be claimed by the partner. The request for a mark to be left on his neck could symbolize a token of their connection and a reminder of their bond. It implies the protagonist's willingness to surrender completely, indicating the depth of his trust and belief in this relationship. So right away, this person, like the song has God's name in vain. So, yikes. But it seems here that this person is ready to give this girl his entire life, his heart. He's ready to completely surrender to this girl. I think of like a vampire, like biting someone in the neck. It represents dominion, authority, control. Your fangs are so hooked into your skin that you're not able to move. It's not an accidental bite, like you're walking around, this vampire comes and bites you, but it's like you're actually giving yourself over to them so they can bite you. So you're giving this person kind of like control and dominion over your life. That's a huge red flag. No lover should have that authority over us. No lover, no person, except for God Himself. The chorus is the intro, and it's also this part. So I already did the intro, so I'm not going to do that part of the chorus. I'm going to do this new part. It says, it's you and me in this world. In this darkness, light me. If you'll give me a chance, just come kiss me and bite me. Yeah, it's darkness that the person is in is because of the absence of their lover. John 8 verse 12 says, and Jesus spoke to them again, saying, I am the light of the world. He who follows me shall not walk in darkness, but have the light of life. And then 1 Peter 2 verse 9 says, God called us out of darkness into his marvelous light. This song is saying how this lover is light, but Jesus is the true definition of light. He is light. I think it's wrong with acknowledging that you were once in the dark. It's important to acknowledge that because the scripture says in 1 Peter 2:9, we were once in darkness, but God called us out of darkness into his marvelous light. That darkness is sin. That darkness is, living in our flesh, being separated from God. Yeah, it's just interesting how this person's lover is light for them. You being in the dark because your lover is absent is not as important as you being in the dark because you are on your way to hell, because you don't know Jesus because of sin. The love songs in our society today are so bad, vulgar, sex, lust. It's not true love because God is love. So it's just sad to me how a lot of these songs in the world today are very obsessive. This is my lover, they're mine, I miss them, I want them. It's also very toxic in nature. I shouldn't want you, but I want you. Or you're not really mine, but I need you. Very, very, very sad. Yeah, this song so far is not doing good with the question we want answered. All right, verse 2 says, I dedicate to you the brave heart that will protect you. My foolish arrogance I tossed away in the past. Come to me, make it right. Please connect me again, devour me. And then we're also going to talk about the pre-chorus too, together with what I just read. So the pre-chorus says, come here and get some, leave the mark on my neck, that it's yours. Just come over and bite me. Come here and get some. Sidekick that worships you. That's my destiny. Oh gosh. Just come over and bite me. So there's a lot. But we can see here that he wants to forget about the past and focus on their connection and their love. So maybe in the past they had some sort of argument or they had a falling out. So the singer is saying, forget about the past, forget about what happened in the past, forget about what I did in the past, just let's focus on the future and right now. I dedicate to you the brave heart that will protect you. This dedication, again, it's like you're giving control to a person, you're choosing to give them your life, you're choosing to dedicate your life to this person. The only person we should be dedicating our lives to is Jesus. And the whole sidekick that worships you, worship basically means to bow down to a person, to prostrate. And the song says that that's my destiny. My destiny is to worship you. That whole line that I just said sounds good if I'm talking about God. Yeah, my destiny, Lord, is to worship you. I was made to worship you. But I was made to worship another human being, to worship my lover. That's my destiny, to worship another person. That's a red flag. Imagine you're singing along to this song. So instead of singing a song like Lord, I worship you, you're singing along to I'm a sidekick that's gonna worship this girl or worship this guy. Y'all, this is not good. Yeah, so they're basically in essence giving this girl control over their life, control over their destiny, control over who they are, their body. Or the protagonist loves this girl so much that it's become worship. And yeah, he's saying that for the rest of his life, he would basically worship her. Well, we should never worship anyone but God himself. Exodus 20 verse 3 says, we shall have no other gods before God. No other gods before him. That's his commandment for us. There's absolutely nothing wrong with loving a person, loving your husband, loving your wife, even loving a friend or loving a family member, loving, a stranger with the love of Christ. But it can't get to that point where it becomes worship, because that's idolatry. Whatever you worship, it's valuable to you. Also, another reason why you shouldn't worship humans is because humans are temporary. Imagine you're worshiping a god, but it dies. There's so many reasons as to why humans don't deserve worship. We have sin in our veins. We were born in a sinful nature. We're carnal. We're just vapor. We're here for a bit and then we're gone forever. So instead of focusing all your time and investing your energy and your emotions and your money into a lover, into a human being, why not invest your life into God? The one who made you, the one who sent his son to die on a cross for your sins, the one who has a purpose and a plan for your life, the one who can hear you when you pray to him and he can actually respond to you, the one who can deliver you from depression, deliver you from anxiety, the one who can heal you. So basically the central theme of this song is loving your lover so much You know, that you're willing to give your life to them. You're willing to worship them. You're willing to give them control over your life. They're like your life. They're your heart. You would die without them. And so in order for you to be saved from your misery, saved from your aching heart, you need this person. I think of Mark 12, verse 29 to 30. It says, Jesus answered him, the first of all the commandments is, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. This is the first commandment. That's our duty, to love the Lord with that type of love, with that desperation, hungry, intense love. That love is for God. It's not for anyone else. So yeah, the question we want to answer is, does this song glorify God? The answer is no, it does not glorify God. So yeah, that is the end of my dissection of the song Bite Me by ENHYPEN. I'm not demanding you to delete this song if you have it in your playlist. I'm not telling you to stop listening to ENHYPEN. This video is for us just to take time to look at the lyrics of the songs that we are singing to, dancing to, loving so much, and to ask ourselves, does it make sense for me to listen to these songs? Does it make sense for me to have these songs in my playlist, for me to follow these groups? Like, imagine you're walking to the park or walking to school and this song is in your playlist and this song is playing, but you're vibing to the song. Imagine if you knew what these songs actually meant. Because I know a lot of girls, a lot of K-pop fans say, yeah, I look at the lyrics to these songs, but many of them don't. And trust me, when I was into K-pop, I was not looking at these lyrics at all. Deep down, I knew that if I actually took the time to look at these lyrics of the songs I was listening to and dancing to, I would have been convicted. So again, it's not my job to tell you do this, do that, but I believe as we continue to dissect these K-pop songs, you yourself are going to come to your own conviction of, this song should not be listening to. This group, I should not be vibing to their music because most of their songs don't glorify God. Send this video to a friend who you know likes ENHYPEN and listens to the song, just to get them thinking and to hear what their thoughts are. But yeah, we don't want to listen to songs that don't glorify God. We don't want to be listening to songs that are of the devil, that promote his kingdom, especially if we're so-called Christians, especially if we are people who believe in Jesus and we are pursuing him. We need to be very careful with the songs we're putting in our ears and listening to. Anyways, guys, that is the end of this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys by God's grace in the next one. Bye!